So the whole Barkevious Mingo thing, if you don't know what's going on with that, the Atlanta Falcons Barkevious Mingo has been arrested for indecency with a child. There was really no details yesterday or over the weekend, but now there is a little bit more. Apparently, Barkevious, I think I'm saying that name right. Barkevious Mingo's lawyer is pissed at the Atlanta Falcons for releasing him.
Okay.
The article says, we are extremely disappointed in the Atlanta Falcons' rush to judgment in terminating Barkevious Mingo's contract before gathering all of the relevant facts and prior to my client having his day in court. Mingo's lead counsel, Chris Lewis, said in a statement given to ESPN's Adam Schefter, the accusation against Mr. Mingo is a lie. Barkevious knows it. So does his accuser. Mingo, 30, was released by the team Saturday after the Falcons were made aware of his arrest on the second-degree felony charge. Second degree, not third, second. According to Tarrant County records, Mingo was released on $25,000 bond Friday. Part of me understands, is a little bit upset about it before, he's been tried, especially if he actually is innocent, everything like that along those lines. Now, that is before I read further on the article and got more information about what actually happened. Again, I'm not here to accuse. I'm not here to accuse.
That, though, like, players get released on the accusation of stuff a lot.
Yeah, but like, fair point. Sure, yeah. He didn't get his day in court. You already released him. Sure, but at the same time, it was an accusation of child indecency. Yeah. I think there's a couple problems with that. Mm-hmm. But again, I can see your side. And then and then we keep reading, right? The charge carries a maximum penalty of 20 years in prison under Texas state law, according to the state penal code, and indecency with a child sexual 17 years or younger. Yeah. Okay. So me thinking, let's give the guy not a break, but hey, maybe it was a 17-year-old who we thought was 19 or 21 or situation. An arrest warrant obtained Monday by ESPN details the allegation by a then 13-year-old boy who says Mingo pulled at his underwear and touched him inappropriately in July 2019. The boy says he and a friend were staying at a hotel with Mingo after a trip to an amusement park and restaurant, according to the warrant. 13! This kid's now 15. And the fucking lawyer says his accuser knows he's a liar. You're calling a 15-year-old boy who says he was touched and grabbed by this person. You're calling him a liar.
So why was he going to the amusement park and the restaurant and in the hotel with the guy? And what is this?
Lewis said his client will be fully vindicated when the truth comes to light. When that happens, the true motivation of the accuser will be clear and
what's the little boy's motivation? What is his true motive? I just feel like, why would you have two 13-year-old boys in your hotel room in the first place?
Yeah, first of all, why?
Bad look.
I want to know more information about that.
Hey, I'm no lawyer. I'm not a cop. I'm not going to accuse you of any crimes, but that's a bad look, dude.
Yeah, and it's a 13-year. This isn't a 17-year-old girl who said she was 21 that you met at a club and just was lying to you. No, it's a fucking 13-year-old kid. No, not that that's right. No, I'm not. No, that was not where I was going with that. But this is a 13-year-old boy.
It's just there's no. Yeah. Wow.
And your lawyer's go-to was,
this little boy cannot be trusted.
The true motivation of the accuser will be clear.
What is he?
I forgot when I was 15, I just made up allegations about being touched so I could get millions of dollars from fucking NFL players. Yeah, I forgot that was my first go-to when I was that age.
All right, I'm going to find out right now what this situation, how.
There just doesn't seem like there's that much information about it, which sucks because I really want to know what the fuck's going on. And the fact that this lawyer actually thinks he has a case with this, which I don't know how else you treat this kind of thing, but you better be going to prison. And again, I don't want to be quick to jump on the allegation train, but holy shit.
Oh, okay. So this is actually how it went down. Wow. Okay. So this is a little bit in depth.
Got it.
But so this actually just came out. This came out like
Where'd you find it?
This is on it's from ABC in what country? In Texas. Because it happened in Arlington. The actual thing. The Arlington Police Department is who arrested him. That's why it's in this. Okay. He turned himself in after bond was set $25,000, released on a bond. So he was invited by his best friend to stay the day with him and Mingo. Mingo is related to the victim's best friend. Documents say that Mingo took the pair to Six Flags on July 4th, 2019, and paid for everything, allowing them to purchase whatever they wanted online from the Nike store and took them to dinner. This allowed them to get their probable cause warrant because it amounted to what they defined as grooming behavior.
Okay.
Then, this is weird. At the end of the day, the groom went to a hotel to sleep, but at some point overnight, the victim noticed Mingo was in bed with him. And then, what you said, pulled down pants, touched inappropriately. Follow-up statements during interviews between police and the victim. All the follow-ups, everything were all consistent. No changing stories. A year after, he denied assaulting the victim, and he told police he had 2 rooms, one for him and one for the 2 children. However, the victim's friend, the other kid who invited him there, told the police that he did not sleep in the same room with the victim tonight, and that contradicted Mingo's claims, meaning that they were each in a separate room, meaning Mingo had to be in one.
Wait, so the friend said there was not 2 separate rooms?
The friend said he wasn't sleeping with the other kid. The friend said he was in his own separate room. Mingo said the 2 kids were staying in one room. He stayed in the other one. The other friend said, I was in my own room and he was in his own room. As in him and the other kid. No mention of where Mingo was, which would align with the victim's story and not Mingo's story. So when it comes he says that the Mingo's attorney, Lucas Garcia, said that he's a victim of a false claim, and we believe this is motivated by money or some other ulterior motive. We are confident when the truth comes to light. And the problem is that the only thing that hasn't matched up in this story is Mingo's claims.
So Mingo says, I was in one room, the 2 were in the other room, and then the friend goes, I was in my own room.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Which means he had no idea what was going on in the other room. But Mingo said the 2 kids were in their own room and he was away from them, which is not gonna make sense with that story.
Garcia, Mingo's lawyer, says, and I hate this shit. I hate this shit. This is the kind of sentence that makes me absolutely believe that Mingo is At this stage, our side has very limited information, Garcia said. What we do know is these allegations are from over 2 years ago. I hate that. Just because it happened 2 years ago doesn't make it any less relevant, Garcia.
Yeah, that's the thing, man.
That's not something that's
There's
not on your side.
There's a statute of limitations. It exists, and it's not 2 years, so you can't say that. Legally, it means nothing if it happened 2 years ago. It's just as relevant. Also, it's a 13-year-old kid. Like, it's one thing to say, like,
there is no limitations when you talk about this kind of shit. Like,
you could say,
that could happen 10 years ago and you still have a case.
You can't understand why a 13-year-old kid might not even know what happened, let alone feel comfortable coming forward with it. Like, come on. If that's not...
And now you're accusing that everything, now 15-year-old kid as a liar?
It's money. Who would think then... Like, what kind of plot is this? To 2 years after going on a thing and getting a bunch of stuff from Mingo, who would think that then, okay, now let's say that he came in... What